Hi guys, and welcome back to another ride on the Tyre 900 GT Pro. So this morning I fired up the Moto app, and I thought to myself, let's go for a nice 2-hour ride and just see, just note down a few things that I found on the bike, sort of observational ride. And I just want to give you guys some feedback on it. I want to really bring you some ride footage, but it's super misty and super wet. So I tried to make a bit of video of the ride, and I think I'll throw some of the ride footage in at the end. But it was just, the camera was wet and everything was just wet. I couldn't see where I was going, and it was just absolutely nuts. So it's going to be a static video, me sitting here chatting to you guys, but I just want to give you guys some feedback. I've done about an hour's ride now. I'm here close to Salisbury. It's absolutely beautiful here in the countryside. Let me quickly show you. I'll just quickly give you a standing here underneath a tree, just really enjoying a bit of the countryside. The rape fields are yellow, as you can see, they're far in the distance. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, I've been enjoying some Moto app riding. It's been good fun so far. So yeah, I've been really enjoying this Moto app. I did make a video previously about me using the built-in Tyre navigation. This is pretty much where you pair your phone to the bike, and then it gives you the navigation, or it helps you with navigation. Now what I've tried today was something different. I've got an old iPhone 7 Plus, I think, and with a cracked screen that I got from my dad, and I pair that phone to my phone in my pocket, and then I can use that for navigation. And to be honest, it works so much better. I did say that the app does have a delay, the Triumph app, and I was also looking at this Beeline. I think it's Beeline, this little navigation thing that you put on your bike, that helps with the navigation. And I think this is going to be exactly the same. For me, having the Moto app or Google Maps, where I use the GPS on the phone, and also tethered to my phone that's got a SIM in, because the other phone doesn't even have a SIM in. It's a big clear screen. It's easy to read, and it just works better. The turn-by-turn navigation is spot on, and I think this setup for me works perfect. So that's the one bit of feedback that I want to give you guys. The other bit of feedback is done about an hour's worth of riding, and I must say the comfort on the bike is really great. So it's about 8 degrees outside. I had the heater grips on the lower setting just to keep a bit of heat in my hands, but it's very comfortable. The upright seating position, there's no strains in my back. Also, when you put your feet down, it's secure. The bike doesn't feel heavy, and that's sort of a nice thing for me. I'm 5'11". I'm about a 75 kilogram rider, and the bike just feels comfortable and easy to manage. I think a lot of people, especially shorter riders, are a little bit weary about this bike because it might be high or too high for them. You do get the low seat option, so that's something to really look at if you are weary about the bike being too high. But if you are, go to your local dealer and go and test drive the thing. It might just be that this bike is perfect for you, because I can pretty much get almost both feet flat on the ground, and as I said, stopping at the traffic lights or coming up to a roundabout where I have to put my foot down quickly, it's no issue for me at all. So yeah, go and check that out. The other thing that I want to mention on my hour's ride that I've done so far is because my screen is set to its lowest setting, and I don't even talk. I just breathe into the helmet, so it's not me talking that's fogging up the helmet on the inside. But the helmet gets very little airflow. Now that's quite bizarre. You know, I'm not a tall rider, so I do expect that the little screen gives me a good protection, and it probably does give me good protection, but it does. It just fogs up the helmet, and I've got my head vent open and I've got my front vent open too, but it looks like there's very little airflow happening here on the chin area, that it starts fogging on the outside of the helmet, the outside ring, outside where the pin lock is added. The outside starts fogging in, and then I clip it open, it clears out, and then I can clip it down again. Now I've got the Schubert C3 Pro, very nice helmet and whatever, but I think the front vent could have been better. I think there's not enough airflow even when it's open. So I don't know really how to fix that. I don't want to really stand up on the bike and sort of stand up to clear the visor or get more wind on. I can't make the screen shorter. So that's just one of the observations. Another observation that I found this morning is there's a lot of when the roads are very wet. There's a lot of kick up on my shoes. So it's just observation. It doesn't really bug me. It's just it does cover your shoes. So if you're not riding with waterproof boots or shoes that can handle rain, just be aware that the front wheel is going to kick up water onto your shoes and your boots. I did check now when I stopped, because the roads are wet, and there's a little bit of kick up onto the back seat, and yeah, I've been doing about between 50 and 70 miles an hour, but it's all backcountry roads, and but it keeps you dry. You know, my bag is clean, the rear seat is clean, so I don't really have a problem with the protection of the rear of the bike, because that was my big issue with my Zero DSR, is it's sold as an off-road bike, not an off-road bike, but a adventure style bike, but it was just caking you up from the rear. My rear of my legs and my back was just like an always full of road dirt, and this bike works very well by keeping the road dirt away from the rider. So I'm very happy about that. So I've covered the screen, I've covered the navigation. Things that I do like is the weather protection. It's just really good. I must say I feel very comfortable on these tires. You know the road. You know, if you rub your boot over the road this morning, it's very slippery, and the tires has been holding up really well. These are the Metzler's what is it, Tourace Next. Very nice tires. It makes you feel confident, and I don't really have any problems. The other thing that I did like, and I did say in the previous videos that it's not a big issue for me, is the dynamic suspension, or the suspension that you can adjust on the fly. Now, you know, I pulled away from home in the road mode, but the roads were so wet that I just, you know, it's one of the things that you can change the rider mode. So I went from street or road to rain, and that just smooths out the throttle. And then coming back to the adjustable suspension as well. You know, with the Kali Moto app, I selected twisties, and it gives you all the backcountry roads, or the B roads, and single farm lane roads. So it's super bumpy and not the best roads out. Single little bridges and stuff. So you need to be quick on, because cars come from the front and whatever. And it's so nice to be able to adjust the suspension to have more comfort or less comfort. If you're on the motorway, you can adjust it a bit for for a stiffer suspension, and then if you get into the bumpy stuff again, you can go into more comfort. Or if you feel that you have enough power left, you can ride a harder suspension as well. But the key is that you can adjust it on the fly. And you know, yes, it's nice to be able to just turn the knob, but you need to stop for that. To do it on the fly, it is a luxury, but it's a really nice luxury, especially if you're going to be using the bike for exploring bad roads. You know, it does make a massive difference. So yeah, that's sort of the one thing. The other thing that I want to mention is the TFT screen. It's really nice and bright. It is clear in any condition. It's just really nice and bright. And the ability with the little joystick to be able to go into your trip 1, trip 2, set the rider suspension, set the modes, rider 1 up, 2 up with luggage and whatever. It is really a luxury to have. Now on the B roads, you know, I don't really use cruise control. So again, cruise control is for me one of those things that it is nice, but I do very little highway mileage. I like to stick into the countryside. This, you know, just hitting this Kylie Moto app, and I selected it to give me like a 100-mile ride, and it just takes me out on these little country roads that I would never go down on a bike, because I wouldn't know about it. So it's just so nice to be able to just follow the navigation system and just seeing these beautiful small little countryside towns and villages and stuff. It's just absolutely brilliant. So do you guys a favor, and I think, well, it is on the Android, the Play Store, and on the App Store for iPhone. Go and download this Kylie Moto app and just give it a try. It's free. If you want to go really far, and if you want to do more planning, then there is a premium version. But the free version, to try out and see how you like it. It tracks your rides and everything, and it tries to take you on a different ride every time from your location. You can do a round trip, you can do a one-way, and you can select twisty, windy, distance, and so forth. So absolutely brilliant. I just really enjoy it. And I did use this app previously on my street triple, but the countrysides and the B roads can be very rough, and it is quite hard work on that specific bike. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it that I want to mention to you just on this specific ride. If there is any questions about the bike, please drop them in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I do electric unicycle rides or electric bike rides, anything from mountain bikes to one wheels to EUCs to motorbikes to e-bikes to anything you can think of electric. But then I also do my Triumph. Take you guys along as I experience or get used to the bike, and bring you some feedback. Oh, I also have that super unleaded fuel in, so we're going to see if I finish this tank, see if my mileage varies. They say about 20 miles difference, so that's quite a lot. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up so more people can see it. It's all for the algorithm, really. So I can grow my channel. I also want to do some bike reviews as well. I'm trying to set this up, but it's not that easy because people don't really trust you with bikes. But yeah, if you guys do enjoy it, please join me on the next video. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.